Hey everyone and welcome back. I think a lot of you are really trying to get your blogs out there and seen by as many people as possible.
Absolutely.
So today,
It's the dream, right?
yeah, it is. Today we are going to dive into a pretty cool strategy
Okay.
that might help you do just that. Getting your blog articles featured on Yahoo News and Google News.
Oh, big ones.
Yeah, two of the big ones.
Huge.
And we're going to be using this really great article from LearnXYZ as our guide for this deep dive.
Awesome.
So if you want to learn more and see other insightful articles like this one,
Yeah.
you can head over to their website. It's https://learnxyz.in.
Perfect.
Okay, so think about it for a second. Your blog post
Okay.
sitting there right on the page next to articles from like the biggest news outlets.
Wow.
I mean, come on.
That's impressive.
And it's not even just about the traffic,
Right.
which is obviously a huge plus.
Of course. Yeah.
But it's about the credibility.
Yeah.
People see your name right
That
there
is-
next to the names they know and trust, and bam, instant authority.
I like that.
It's like when you get invited to speak at a big conference,
Uh-huh.
and suddenly everybody's like, oh, you're the expert.
Exactly. You know what's really interesting about this whole thing
What's that?
is we're dealing with two very different platforms.
Oh, yeah. Explain that.
So Yahoo News, they still have human editors.
Oh, okay.
They curate,
So they pick and choose.
they pick and choose,
Gotcha.
and they're looking for things with that broad appeal.
Okay. Wider audience.
Wider audience, exactly.
Makes sense.
Now, Google News, on the other hand, is all algorithms.
Okay.
So it's all about relevance
To the user, to the reader.
to the user, to the reader, to what they're searching for.
Okay.
So getting on both,
Yeah.
that's the dream.
Double whammy.
It is a double whammy. It's wider reach, plus that SEO boost,
Which we all need.
which we all need.
Yeah.
You get those search engine rankings up.
Yeah.
It's the perfect combo.
So it's like a 1-2 punch to getting your content seen.
It is.
But I mean, we can't just post anything.
And expect it to get picked up.
No, you can't just slap something together.
Right.
Think of it this way.
Yeah.
These are exclusive clubs.
Huh.
They've got standards,
High standards.
high standards.
Mm.
They're looking for content that matches what their audiences expect.
That makes sense.
So the question becomes, what makes the cut?
Right. So what does?
What does?
What does make the cut?
Well, the LearnXYZ article breaks it down.
Okay.
A few categories. Breaking news.
Okay.
In-depth analysis.
Yeah.
Evergreen guides.
Evergreen guides, love those.
You know those guides that are always relevant?
Yep.
Always helpful?
Mm-hmm.
They even talk about multimedia stories.
Oh, wow. So you can really go all out.
You can go all out, but the biggest thing,
They emphasize. Okay.
quality.
Of course. Quality over quantity every time.
Non-negotiable.
No clickbait headlines.
Yeah.
None of that fluffy stuff.
No fluffs allowed.
I love that.
Got to keep it high quality.
Yeah.
Originality is key.
Yeah.
Accuracy.
Yes.
Super important. Back up everything.
You got to back up your claims.
Mm-hmm.
Solid research.
Yes.
Cite those reputable sources.
Mm-hmm.
And here's a little nugget from the article I thought was interesting.
Okay.
They really emphasize a clear author bio.
Okay.
You can't be hiding behind an anonymous profile
Oh, that's good to know.
if you want to be taken seriously.
So it's all about building trust, showing you're the real deal,
Exactly.
which makes total sense.
It does.
But let's get into like the nuts and bolts.
Okay, let's get tactical.
Yeah. How do we actually get noticed by these sites?
All right.
So the LearnXYZ article goes into some SEO strategies,
Uh-huh.
keyword research,
Yes.
optimized headlines,
Important.
and then something called structured data markup.
That one sounds a little scary.
It does sound kind of intimidating.
It does.
Where do we even start?
Well, let's break it down.
Okay.
SEO is all about speaking the language of humans
Okay.
and search engines,
Both.
at the same time.
Gotcha.
You want your content to be easily discoverable.
Okay.
So, step one is keyword research.
Keywords.
What are people actually searching for in your niche?
What are those terms?
What terms are trending?
Okay, so let's say we've done our research.
Right.
We've got our keywords.
You got 'em.
Now what do we do with them?
You weave them in
Well,
naturally into your headlines,
headlines. Okay.
your meta descriptions,
Meta descriptions.
those little snippets that show up under your title in the search results,
Okay.
and of course into the content itself.
Right.
But don't just stuff them in there.
No keyword stuffing.
No, it's got to flow naturally.
Got it.
You're not trying to win keyword bingo here.
No keyword bingo.
No.
The article also talks about this news-specific sitemap.
Okay.
Now, I have a regular sitemap
Right.
from my website.
Mhm.
Is that the same thing?
It's not quite the same.
Okay.
That news sitemap is specifically for Google News.
Okay.
It's like a direct line saying, hey, Google, here's my freshest stuff.
Come and get it.
Come and get it.
Exactly.
I like it. All right, so then we've got this Structured data markup,
Ooh, yeah, that one.
which sounds super technical,
It does.
but it's actually pretty simple.
Okay, I need you to break this down for me.
Okay, imagine you're organizing your bookshelf.
Oh,
You wouldn't just throw all the books in there randomly.
I would never. I'm way too type A for that.
You and me, both.
I have a system.
We would use labels,
Yes.
fiction, nonfiction, biography.
Yeah.
That structured data markup is like that for your website.
Okay.
It's adding those labels to your content.
Gotcha.
Helps search engines understand what your article is about.
So it's like a filing system, but for the internet.
That's a great way to put it.
Perfect.
And speaking of organization,
Okay.
the article also mentions internal and external links.
Oh, yeah, those are important.
Internal links keep your readers on your site.
Right. Clicking through.
Exactly. It shows the depth of your content.
Makes sense.
Then you've got external links,
Mm-hmm.
especially to credible sources.
Yeah.
That shows you've done your research.
Like you know what you're talking about.
You're adding value to the conversation.
You're not just making stuff up.
Exactly.
So it's like you're saying, hey, don't just take my word for it. Go check out all these other resources too.
That's a perfect way to think about it.
Perfect.
It's all about building that web of authority and credibility.
And speaking of authority,
Yes.
the LearnXYZ article says consistency is key.
Oh, it's so important.
And I know.
It's so hard.
It's so hard.
Sometimes
Life gets in the way.
life happens.
And you don't post as regularly as you should.
Yeah, we all struggle with that.
We do.
But consistency is key, especially for those news aggregators.
Makes sense.
They want to see that you are a reliable source
Ah,
of fresh, up-to-date content.
makes sense.
It's like a well-oiled news machine,
Churning it out.
churning it out on a regular schedule.
Okay, so I need to get better at sticking to a publishing schedule.
It's a good goal for all of us.
It is for sure.
But you know what else can help build authority?
What's
Guest posting.
Oh, yeah, guest posting. That's a good one.
It's a fantastic way to get your name out there.
Yeah, and reach a new audience.
Brand new audience.
Cross-promotion.
It is, you're sharing your expertise
Uh-huh.
on someone else's platform,
Yeah,
driving traffic back to yours.
everybody wins.
Win-win.
The article also mentions PR campaigns.
Yeah.
That seems a little more
A little more advanced.
maybe?
But they can be super powerful,
Okay.
especially if you're trying to make a big splash.
Okay.
You're getting your name out there.
Mm-hmm.
You're getting your content in front of journalists,
Uh-huh.
influencers,
Okay.
media outlets.
So it's a lot of work,
It is a lot of work.
but big payoff.
Big payoff, potentially.
So it's like dipping your toe in the pool with guest posting
Okay.
versus like
Diving in head first.
a cannonball into the PR campaign.
That's a great way to put it.
I try.
So it's all about choosing the right strategy for your goals and your resources.
And remembering that it takes time.
Absolutely.
It's a marathon, not a sprint.
It is.
You can't build authority overnight.
No, it's all about consistency,
Right.
creating high-value content,
Mm-hmm.
building those relationships,
Right.
and establishing yourself as a thought leader
Makes sense.
in your niche.
So much good stuff.
It is.
But let's be real.
Okay.
All this effort to get featured,
Yeah,
to build authority.
right.
I mean, it's not just for the love of the game, is
Well,
it?
we're all here to have fun.
Of course.
But we want to see some return.
At some
At
point
some point.
on all this investment.
Yeah, that's where monetization comes in.
Ooh, monetization.
It's where things get really interesting. So you've put in all this work. You've got a loyal audience.
Yeah.
Now you get to see the rewards.
Rewards.
Monetization.
I like it.
The LearnXYZ article goes into some really effective strategies.
Okay.
But let's start simple, like back to basics.
Okay, back to the basics. Where do we start?
Google AdSense,
Okay.
Yahoo native ads.
Okay.
Those are really great starting points,
Okay.
especially for newer bloggers.
Okay.
Display those ads
Yeah.
next to your articles.
I see.
Earn revenue based on clicks or even just impressions.
So it's kind of like all those ads that you see on other websites.
Yeah.
But tailored to my content.
Tailored to your content.
Makes sense.
It's all about creating a seamless experience
Yeah.
for the reader.
Right.
Relevant ads,
Okay.
not disrupting the flow of information.
So relevant ads, good user experience.
Yes, gotcha.
Yeah.
Now, the article also mentions these premium ad networks,
Okay.
media.net,
Uh-huh.
Taboola.
Okay.
What's the difference?
Yeah. What is the difference?
Those often offer higher payouts
Okay.
than standard AdSense,
I like that.
but they have stricter requirements
Oh, okay.
in terms of traffic and
Oh,
content
well,
quality.
so you got to be kind of established already.
You got to be established. You got to show them you're the real deal.
Like a VIP launch.
Exactly like the VIP lounge of ads.
Okay, so premium ads, VIP lounge makes sense.
No, they also talk about sponsored content.
Okay.
And brands are always looking for good platforms to reach their audience.
Okay.
So you could do sponsored articles, advertorials,
Nice.
things that really align with your niche and provide value to the readers.
So it's like a partnership.
It is a partnership.
Between me and a brand.
Between your blog and a brand.
Okay, cool.
But transparency is super important here.
All right, we got to keep that trust.
We got to keep that trust.
With the audience.
Exactly.
Okay.
Your audience needs to know
Right.
that it is sponsored content.
Right.
It's about maintaining that trust that we talked about earlier.
We don't want to trick our readers into thinking that it's like an unbiased review when it's a paid promotion.
No, absolutely not.
Honesty, transparency, key to building that lasting relationship with your audience.
It is.
Makes sense.
Okay, and then there's affiliate marketing.
Oh, yeah, affiliate marketing.
But the LearnXYZ article had some warnings.
Oh, really?
Yeah, what's the deal with that?
Yeah, what's the deal?
Well, it can be a little bit of a gray area, especially with those news aggregators.
I see.
Google News in particular.
Okay.
Very strict. Excessive affiliate links.
Okay.
You can sprinkle in some product recommendations, especially if it's super relevant to your niche.
Okay.
Adds value to your content.
Right.
But always be upfront
about
those affiliate links.
So no sneaking them in, hoping nobody will notice.
Be transparent. Disclose those relationships.
Right.
Build that trust.
So affiliate marketing with a side of transparency.
I like it.
Got it.
So before we get lost in the monetization maze,
oh, yeah,
I want to go back to the LearnXYZ article for a second.
Okay.
Because I really loved some of the fun facts and FAQs.
Me too.
One fact that just jumped out at me.
Okay. Google News. Yeah. They prioritize fresh content.
Oh, they want that new stuff.
They want that new stuff.
Hot stuff.
They want to see sites that are consistently publishing new articles.
So it's not enough to have a few evergreen pieces.
No, they want to see you churning out that new content.
Like a newspaper.
Like a newspaper.
Always chasing the latest scoop.
Always chasing the latest scoop.
And the article mentions that articles on Google News,
yes,
they get indexed faster
than
regular blog posts.
Which means they show up in search results more quickly.
That's huge.
Huge advantage, especially if you're covering breaking news.
Right.
Like a fast pass to the front of the internet line.
I like that.
But
there's a flip side.
Oh, there's always a flip side.
Always a flip side.
What is it?
You can get blacklisted.
From Google News.
From Google News, if you repeatedly violate their guidelines.
Okay, so what kind of things get you blacklisted?
Think plagiarism, spammy content, excessive affiliate links, anything that goes against those quality standards.
So we got to play by the rules.
We got to play by the rules.
So it's not just about getting listed.
No.
It's about staying listed.
Staying listed.
So play by the rules, deliver that high quality content.
It's a long-term game.
Not a quick fix.
Not a quick fix at all.
Okay, let's look at some of the FAQs.
Right.
Because I know a lot of listeners probably are wondering, like, how do we actually get our site on Google News?
It all starts with the Google Publisher Center.
Okay.
You create an account, submit your site, provide some basic information.
Here's information
about your content.
Okay, so it's not as simple as just clicking submit.
It's not as simple as that.
You got to give them some information.
You got to fill out that application.
An application for news aggregators.
For news aggregators, exactly.
Right.
So you're going to give them details about your site, your content categories, your publishing schedule.
Ooh, that publishing schedule.
Yeah, the LearnXYZ article really emphasizes that.
Having a consistent one.
A consistent publishing schedule.
So if I'm only posting like once a month?
That's probably not going to cut it.
No.
You want to aim for more frequent posting?
Oh.
Shows Google News you're reliable.
Your source of information they can count on.
They can count on you, exactly.
Consistent publishing schedule check.
All right.
Now, what about Yahoo News?
Yahoo News.
Is there a similar submission process?
It's a little trickier.
Oh.
They tend to favor larger publishers.
Okay.
Established media outlets.
So the big guys.
The big guys. But the LearnXYZ article suggests some workarounds.
Okay, what are they?
So you could try partnering with syndication platforms or news submission services, like PR Newswire.
Okay, so there are ways to get your foot in the door.
There are ways.
Even if you're not a media giant.
Exactly. It might take a little more effort.
Okay.
But definitely possible.
So what kind of questions did you see popping up in the LearnXYZ FAQs?
A lot of people were curious about the types of content that do well on Google News. Like, can you submit an opinion piece?
Okay.
What about a press release?
Ooh, good questions.
Good questions.
What does the article say is ideal content?
So they emphasize timely, factual, engaging news articles.
Okay.
Think the kind of stuff that you'd see in a traditional newspaper.
Okay. Hard-hitting news.
Hard-hitting news, original insights,
Okay.
expert analysis, breaking news.
So no rambling personal essays
No.
or thinly veiled marketing pitches?
Nope. They want journalistic content, not promotional material.
Gotcha.
So opinion pieces.
Yeah. Are those allowed?
Allowed.
Okay.
But there are a few caveats.
Of course there are.
They need to be well-researched,
Okay.
insightful, and avoid being overly promotional or biased.
Okay, so like thoughtful commentary.
Thoughtful commentary?
Not just like hot takes.
No, hot takes.
Makes sense.
Add value to the conversation.
Right.
Not just push an agenda.
And press releases.
No.
Straight up
Google News, very clear.
Okay.
No press releases.
They want that journalistic content.
They want journalistic content, not promotional material.
Got it.
And they also mention page speed,
Oh, yeah.
mobile optimization, AMP.
That seems to be like a theme.
It's a recurring theme in the digital world for sure.
In the digital world,
Yes.
user experience
Is everything?
is everything. If your site takes forever to load,
People are gone.
people are gone.
They're bouncing.
They're bouncing.
If it's not optimized for mobile, they're out of there.
They are out of there. And Google knows.
Google knows.
Google takes that into account
Okay.
when they're ranking articles.
So it's a win-win to optimize for humans and machines.
Absolutely win-win.
I like those.
And AMP accelerated mobile pages.
Right?
A great way to boost that performance.
So optimize for mobile explore, AMP going on the to-do list.
Good to-do list items. Now, what about backlinks?
Backlinks.
How do those factor into all of this?
Okay, think of backlinks as gold stars for your website.
Okay.
They show the search engines
Yeah.
that your content is valuable,
Okay.
trustworthy.
Mm-hmm.
The more high-quality backlinks you have,
Mm-hmm.
the higher your authority and visibility.
So it's worth reaching out
It's worth it.
to other websites.
Yeah.
Blogs, my niche.
Build those relationships.
Yeah.
Get those backlinks.
It's all about connections.
It is.
It's about building a community.
It's about building a community, not just a website.
I love that.
It's about creating something bigger than yourself.
Okay, so what else stood out to you from the LearnXYZ FAQs?
One question that I thought was really interesting
Okay.
was about editing articles
Huh.
after they've been published in Google News.
Okay, yeah. Like, what if you spot a typo?
Yeah.
Or you need to update some
Well,
information?
then can you just go in and make changes?
Right.
So the article says that editing is allowed.
Okay.
But-
always a but.
But the updates have to be meaningful. They have to add value.
Great.
Don't try to game the system
Oh, no.
by constantly tweaking things
Right.
just to manipulate rankings.
Gotcha.
Google's smarter than that.
Google knows.
Google knows.
So legitimate edits are okay.
Legitimate edits are okay.
But don't try to pull a fast one on Google.
She'll pull a fast one on Google.
Because Google will know.
Google will know.
So be honest. Be transparent.
Yes.
Focus on giving value to those readers.
That's what it's all about.
Okay, speaking of getting on Google's bad side,
Oh, yeah.
the FAQs also mentioned getting blacklisted.
Yeah.
What kind of behavior is going to land you in hot water?
Repeated violations of Google's content guidelines.
Okay.
So that's plagiarism,
Okay.
spammy content,
Uh-huh.
excessive affiliate links,
Right.
anything that goes against their quality standards.
Play by the rules.
Play by the rules.
Maintain those high standards of content.
Exactly.
Because it's not just about getting listed. It's about staying listed.
It's about staying listed.
And that's a long-term game,
It's a long-term game.
not a quick fix.
Not a quick fix.
Okay, so headlines, those are super important
Yeah.
for grabbing attention,
Yeah, absolutely.
getting those clicks.
Got to get those clicks.
The article had some tips
Okay.
for optimizing those headlines
Oh, what did they say?
for news SEO.
For news SEO.
For news SEO,
What were they?
clear,
Yeah.
concise,
Mm-hmm.
keyword rich.
Keyword rich. Okay.
Think of it as a mini advertisement
Ooh.
for your article
For your article. Okay.
that should accurately reflect the content,
Okay.
but also be compelling
Right.
to get them to click.
So no clickbait headlines.
No,
Clickbait.
no vague teasers.
No, we want to balance that accuracy with intrigue.
Accuracy with intrigue. I like it.
It's the art of the news headline.
Ooh.
Hone that skill.
I'm going to become a headline artist.
You and me both.
Finally, let's talk about monetization.
Yes.
We've talked about all these different strategies.
Yeah.
But what's the bottom line?
Okay.
Can we actually make money
Yes.
from getting our articles on Yahoo News and Google News?
You absolutely can.
Okay.
But it's not just about slapping ads on your site.
Oh, no.
No.
There's a strategy involved.
It requires a strategic approach.
So you really have to think about it.
Think about user experience,
Okay.
ad placement,
Right.
choosing the right methods
For your audience.
for your audience and your niche.
So it's not like a get-rich-quick scheme.
No.
It's a long-term investment
It is.
that can pay off
It can pay off.
if you do it right.
If you do it right.
So it's about building a sustainable business model
Yes.
around your content.
That's what it's all about.
Well, this has been super insightful.
It has been a great discussion.
Diving into the world of these news aggregators.
Yeah.
We've talked about everything from understanding those platforms to writing great content,
Yes.
mastering SEO,
Important.
and exploring all those monetization strategies.
It's all connected.
But before we wrap things up,
Yes.
I want to touch on one more thing.
Okay.
The human element.
Oh, that's so important.
Because in our quest
Yeah.
to get those clicks and those rankings, it's easy to forget that we're writing for people,
We are.
like real people.
Real people.
Behind all those algorithms, all those metrics, are actual human beings.
We're looking for information.
Yeah.
Entertainment. Connection.
We can't lose sight of that.
Never lose sight of that.
It's about building those relationships
Yes.
with your readers,
Absolutely.
fostering that sense of community,
It's about community
having a trusted source
of information.
in their lives.
Exactly.
So getting listed on Yahoo News or Google News,
Yeah.
it's a great way to boost your visibility,
It is.
reach a wider audience. But it's not just about the numbers.
Yeah.
It's about creating content that matters,
Yes.
connecting with your readers,
Ab-
and making a positive impact.
On the world.
I love that.
It's about using your platform for good.
Beautifully said.
Thank you.
All right, I think we've officially reached peak insight for today.
I think we have.
But before we sign off, I want to remind everyone to check out LearnXYZ's website
Yeah.
for even more in-depth articles
Yes.
and resources on this topic.
All the resources.
You can find them at https://learnxyz.in.
It's a treasure trove
It is.
of knowledge for bloggers,
Yeah.
content creators,
Yeah.
anyone who wants to up their digital game.
Absolutely. And
Yeah,
of
so-
course, if you enjoyed this deep dive, be sure to like this podcast video,
Yes.
subscribe to the channel
Do it.
for more insightful conversations like this one.
We love exploring
Hey,
the world of knowledge with you.
thank you for joining us on this journey of discovery.
Yes.
And until next time, keep learning, keep growing,
Keep growing.
and keep diving deep into the world of knowledge. I feel like we've been given this amazing toolkit,
Yeah.
and now we get to go out and build something incredible.
It is like a blueprint for success.
The LearnXYZ article.
It really is.
It's not about shortcuts
Yeah.
or tricks or anything like that.
No, it's about putting in the work
Yeah.
and understanding how these platforms work.
Creating really high-quality content
That's key.
and building that connection with your audience.
It's a journey, not a destination.
I love that.
Yeah.
So getting featured
Yeah.
on Yahoo News or Google News, it's not the finish line.
It's not the end.
It's like the beginning of a whole new chapter.
Exactly.
You've got this wider audience.
Yeah.
You've boosted your credibility.
You've opened up those monetization
Oh,
opportunities.
now the real work starts.
Now the real work begins.
We're building on that foundation.
We're building.
We're still creating amazing content.
Absolutely.
We're engaging with those readers.
We're staying informed
Yes.
about best practices.
And we're evolving our strategy.
Constantly evolve.
It's like we've graduated from blogging boot camp,
Okay.
and now we're out in the real world,
Putting it all together.
putting those skills to the test.
That's a great analogy.
And the best part,
The best part.
there's always more to learn.
Always something new.
The digital world.
It's constantly changing.
So you have
now.
to adapt.
Adaptability.
It's key.
It is.
So be a lifelong learner.
Yes.
Always be seeking out that new knowledge.
That's what keeps it exciting.
It does.
Yeah.
It's challenging yourself.
It is.
It's pushing your boundaries
Pushing those creative boundaries.
and finding new ways to connect with that audience.
Exactly.
So to all our listeners out there,
Yeah.
if you're ready to take your blog to the next level,
Mm-hmm.
go visit the LearnXYZ website.
It's a great resource.
It's https://learnxyz.in.
They've got everything you need.
They really do.
Articles, resources, expert insights.
All the things.
All the things.
And of course, if you enjoyed this deep dive,
Yeah.
make sure you like this podcast video
Like and subscribe.
and subscribe to the channel for more thought-provoking conversations.
We love exploring with you.
We do. Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you, everyone.
And until next time, keep learning, keep growing, and keep diving deep.